Hello everyone and welcome to another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, taking some time to listen or to watch. If you're new here, welcome. If you're old, welcome back. Anyway, I just wanted to have a little video about me showing my completion for the achievement I survived. I got this just at the cutoff for Dragon Bash. I was really happy about it. I went in with a bunch of randoms, and we ended up having a great, successful time. And overall, I really loved it. I loved the 5-player aspect to this arena. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was very engaging, some very difficult bosses. I know people have gone to much greater ranks and many more stages, not just to the 10, but have gotten much higher. I just wanted the achievement, so here it is. I'm playing a support Tempest, and this is before the balance patch for July, so I'm very excited for the upcoming balance patch and what they're going to bring to Tempest and how it's going to affect it, how it will affect healing. I know a lot of people have been saying that it's probably going to be good for healing. People aren't so sure about the damaging aspect. But that's also a great segue into another thing that I wanted to talk about this video. If you read the title of this, you might have got the gist that this video is a bit more of like rambling, talking about recent things, etc.'s, nouns, verbs, vague stuff, and also just showcasing some Dragon Bash Arena while playing a Healing Tempest. So let's talk about the balance, because I already made a 40 to 50 minute video covering all the balance changes, and that it was basically me just reading over it and giving my knee-jerk initial first impressions. But I will say, not only did I make a couple mistakes because I wasn't aware of the name to icon correlation, it was said Leap of Faith, and I interpreted that as the Dragon Hunter F2. No, it's the Great Sword. So there were a couple errors I made, mostly because I wasn't watching it or reading it off the wiki where I had the icons to compare it to, just to make sure. Anyway, I'm human, make some mistakes, so sorry if there were a couple of mistakes in that video. My first impressions are still 95% very true and concise and are logical. But let me talk about the community reaction, because this is where it gets a little spicy. I'm just going to say it right off the bat. From an outsider looking in, because sometimes I like to examine the forums, Guild Wars 2 Reddit, and the Guild Wars 2 official forums. Sometimes I don't participate. I'm more of a lurker, though sometimes I'll toss my hat in. But just from looking on the outside in, you can never please anyone right off the bat, but it's a lot of just it seems very chaotic, aggressive, you're doing an awful job, all that stuff. And some posts have merit. Some posts are saying this is my opinion, this is how I think the changes were wrong, this is how I think the changes were right, and give a very logical, well thought out explanation. But there's a lot of yelling. So I've seen yelling and being sad that Soul Eater is not affecting Shroud. Which yeah, that's my overall opinion of what I've seen from the community. It's understandable. I totally get where people are coming from. I do think a couple of the changes are a little weird. I guess I'll go into a little bit more specifics, just to talk about it right now. Elementalist, once again, it seems pretty good for healing Elementalist, healing Tempest. People aren't sure about damaging, but once again I say look towards Weaver for that. And I think Weaver's getting a damage reduction. That fact kind of escaped me, but for the healing, I think healers have a great slot in Guild Wars 2 right now, especially for raiding. And I think if you don't get damage buffs, but you get healer buffs, that's good for me, because I'm a healer main. I really enjoy supporting and having different playstyles of support in different professions. So I've had to settle with many damage DPS balance patches in my day before ArenaNet had a focus on supporting and healing specializations and professions. So, wait your turn. Maybe not. I know. That sounds so harsh, but you can never ask for everything in a balance patch. But I would also love more balance. And I would love to have everything in a balance patch, but it's not what we've gotten for this one. Engineer, the overheat mechanic seems to have struck a chord with some engineer holosmiths. And I think it is a fair give and take. I still have yet to play it, so I don't know how drastic or how diminishing it will feel. And I don't know how long it's going to lock you out of your tool belt skills. But I think a nerf in some areas is nice, and I think a tool belt nerf, as integral as it is to the kit, I think it is very niche. It's flavorful to take away your tool belt skills for a limited time. I hope a limited time. And there's sirens. I'll be right back. Okay, I hope the sirens are gone. So I sympathize with engineers, holosmiths, and I understand where you're coming from. I just need to check it out. Also, I'm not a huge engineer main, so I don't have a lot of emotional ties. But let me jump over to Guardian, because I don't know, guys. I just feel like Guardian has gotten such a short end of the stick for like the past 4 to 5 balance patches. I will say my dreams have come true when they redid staff. But that was about it. I feel like a lot of the changes have been to other professions, and Guardian hasn't really received a lot of reworks and or major adjustments in a healthy sense. And when you look at Chronomancer, who is being like reworked for the 3rd time, you're kind of like, what the hell is happening? What's going on? And so it did leave a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth, but I do like sour foods, so I guess that's my fault. But I'll just say, like, I kind of wish that Guardian got a little bit more, especially for Dragon Hunter. Like, I know Longbow's being adjusted, but Hunter, the Dragon Hunter Longbow 5th skill it just doesn't feel, I don't like this skill. Why I don't like the skill? It's a really long cast time, it's a really long cooldown, and I don't think the effect is impactful. It has nice damage, but you really have to land it, and in PvP scenarios, it's very easily dodgeable, unless you bait out multiple dodges and then wait to use it, but then people can just teleport out of it, or just block it, and it's a lot. There's a lot of opinions going around in my mind for Dragon Hunter, and Guardian in general. Necromancer, yeah, the Soul Eater trait is a real big point of contention and a real issue for some people. I just, maybe unpopular opinion, I don't think it's an awful change. Like, I think it makes sense, and it's a trade-off in a way. I like to look at it as a trade-off. You get a huge boost in damage just because Necromancer is really good with damage, especially Reaper right now. Just auto attacks deal insane amounts of damage, especially if you can get them to crit. And the poison application for the Reaper Shroud 4, I think that they should have reduced sustain. And yeah, unpopular opinion, but I don't think it's that bad. It was nice while it lasted, and you're gonna miss it, but I don't really mind it too much. I'm running out of time. Anything else? I don't really think everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was just my little ramble on balance. I'd like to feel free to comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment down what you think about the balance so far, and I'll catch you guys later. That was just a list of my thoughts. Everyone needs to take a breather, calm down, and we'll wait till Tuesday. Hopefully something good happens. Thieves are gonna be cool. Okay, bye. Mwah. Down below, I have links to all things Guild Wars 2 for free-to-play players and expansion players alike. So if you or a loved one are interested in playing Guild Wars 2, check the links down below and begin your adventure in Tyria today. See you in game!